Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of NASCAR Heat 5 2023 Mod Career Mode, where you're looking at the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race results here from their round of 8 elimination race at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where it was Gio Ruggiero once again picking up the win, his 5th on the season, to punch his ticket to the Championship 4 over Chandler Smith, Riley Herbst, Grant Empfinger, and Luke Fenhouse, the top 5. Other playoff drivers: Ben Rhodes in 7th, Tyler Ankrum in 10th, Butterbean Queen in 14th, Corey LaJoie 24th, and Jake Finch 31st. So Ruggiero picks up the win, and we see the round of 8 final truck standings. So Ruggiero, Chandler Smith win their way into the final 4, and Tyler Ankrum and Butterbean Queen as a rookie survive and advance to the Championship 4. Butterbean by just 9 points above Grant Enfinger, who made a spirited charge from 33 down coming into this race, but was not able to get enough points to transfer. The defending champ is out, as is Ben Rhodes and the Spire Motorsports duo of Corey LaJoie and Jake Finch. So our Championship 4 of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is set. Gio Ruggiero, the dominant truck of the season, 5 wins, 13 top 5s, 18 top 10s, the regular season champion, #1 seed, making his first Final Four appearance as the favorite. And then Chandler Smith making his second Final Four appearance with 2 wins, 10 top 5s, and 16 top 10s, looking good. Then Tyler Ankrum, first ever Final Four appearance, the 1 win on the season. And of course, Butterbean, the 4th rookie in history to make the Championship 4 in the Truck Series, with 4 top 5s and 14 top 10s for the final Craftsman Truck Series Championship. One of these 4 will be crowned champion after the final 4 races of this season. We will see who it is as we work our way through the final few episodes of the season. Xfinity Series also in action here in Las Vegas, where it was Daniel Hemrick picking up the win and punching his ticket to the Championship 4, holding off his teammate and a colleague 1-2 over Parker Kligerman. And then Lane Riggs, Corey Day, and William Sawalich run out of the top 5, with Raja Caruth in 6th, Austin Green a great run in 7th, Ty Majeski, Harrison Burton, Caden Honeycutt the top 10. Other playoff drivers: Alfredo in 12th, Ryan Truex 15th. So all of them in the top 15. All of them did well, but some of them could have done better there. See where everyone else ended up throughout the grid. But Daniel Hemrick, redemption for last season when he missed out by a couple of points, this year will make it to the Championship 4. Him and Riggs both in with victories, heading to the Xfinity elimination race at Martinsville, where I'd say William Sawalich is in the best spot at 44 above the cut line. And if there's a new winner, he still has 28 points on Caruth. So I'd say he's looking really strong to make it. And then Raja Caruth on that bubble, hoping for no new winner unless it's him, 16 points above Corey Day, who's having a heck of a playoffs, for the final spot in the Final 4. Alfredo, Ryan Truex, Caden Honeycutt have to win Martinsville if they want to keep their title hopes alive. So there's your Xfinity Series breakdown. In the background, we've been practicing qualifying for today's main event, the NASCAR Cup Series South Point Hotel and Casino 400 here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. SVG has to start at the rear of the field after a crash primary car, and Kyle Larson puts it on pole position. Maybe a return to form from the 5 team tonight after a very disappointing round of 8 opener in Kansas, where of course Denny Hamlin, he's the one guy that can rest easy this next 2 races. He's locked in that Championship 4 with a huge win in Kansas. Now here we are on the outside of Chris Buescher in our PPG Ford Mustang for Team Penske, starting here in 10th position. So a great qualifying effort up in the top 10. Hoping to get us another top 10 finish, just get some stage points, just get where we need to be, and ideally we want to clinch our spot in the Championship 4 on points here today. That would be the goal, and I have to lift behind the 54 Ty Gibbs, as we're already ripping the outside lane into 8th, going by Tyler Reddick, and we instantly swing inside of Ty Gibbs, easily driving into 7th place. Now setting our sights on Hocevar and the Honda of Ross Chastain for Trackhouse Racing, who's dropping back early. So Chastain may be in some trouble here. We quickly make a great move to the outside to get by him for 6th. Few off there, we've now caught Christopher Bell, who had that heartbreaking engine failure last week in Kansas. Just a death blow to his hopes of pointing his way into the championship round. But now here we are underneath the 23 wide with Bell and Hocevar. Can we get 4th away? Not quite clear, but we forced Bell to back out of it. And now we are fighting Hocevar for 4th as Wallace, Byron, and Larson do battle for the lead here in Las Vegas. Early in stage number 1, Hocevar maintains 4th. We have to settle down to position number 5. They're still trying to block the 20 of Bell behind us here into turns 1 and 2 of the car, just sliding up the racetrack, kind of all over the place, not really having the grip that we want. Hocevar seems to have a lot of pace tonight. That 77 is quickly making some moves on Bubba Wallace as we speak, as Bell and I continue to go side by side. We just can't Our grip's starting to go away. That crossover point in the run. Bell goes on. Bobby down to 6. And the caution has come out on the speedway because Big Trouble Ross Chastain slamming into the outside wall, collecting Herbst. Chase Elliott involved. Sheldon Creed, Shane Van Gisbergen, and others. Huge playoff implications for the 9 of Chase Elliott. Big damage early in this race. And now we have our first restart. And we decide to pit. Myself and Chastain, the only two to come down Pirros here on 38. Then we accidentally tapped the back of Cole Custer, and there goes the 0-0. Custer spinning, slamming the outside wall with the driver's side door. No caution, we stay green. And now we are squeezed up against the wall, forcing our way to the outside of Todd Gilliland. And the 34 here, trying to be ultra aggressive on this restart, trying to get all these positions, be in position to maybe steal some stage points. You know, I'm really trying to do the only strategy play I really have here, which is hope that this goes green the rest of the way and we have just enough fuel to stay out and steal a stage win, or make a 2-tire call and get up in the top 5 stage points wise. So it's a risky strategy call, but it's a call I'm willing to make because we've made it work before. And, you know, we're always one who likes to try different strategies to try to get whatever advantage we can on the field here as we're charging into 25th. Going by Daniel Suarez, so we're back in the top 25. Feel up there to the outside of Justin Allgaier's number 40 Traveler Whiskey Chevy. For Junior Motorsports, we'll go by Justin Allgaier. Now setting our sights on the 8 of Jesse Love. We get to the outside of Love in the BetMGM Chevrolet and work by him for 23rd. Now chasing down his teammate of Austin Hill as well as the RFK Ford of Justin Haley, who continues to disappoint the final half of this season after starting out so strong. Has really faltered off here as we get into 21st, setting our sights now on Eric Jones in the 43, as well as Josh Berry and Zane Smith up here in this group to get into the top 20. We are going to keep this outside lane ripping right up against the wall. That Kyle Larson line here through the corner, working wonders for us as we get a massive run to the corner, 3 wide, and the caution has come out because Sheldon Creed blows a tire from inside the top 25 and gets drilled by Riley Herbst, collecting Christian Eckes, Austin Cindric, and Sam Mayer. So the bad luck continues for Chastain and others and Herbst, but out of the race is Sheldon Creed. He will DNF in the NASCAR Racing Ford, finishing in last place. That allows us to play a great strategy call here. 2 tires on this restart. We jump up to 8th place and have a big run on this outside lane thanks to Chastain, who stayed out on the racetrack, is completely holding up Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and others. So that we are into 4th place as it is Byron Zilich and Christopher Bell doing battle here. So how about the rookie Connor Zilich trying to get his first career stage win? Can he get it done here in Vegas? We bounce off the wall. Big mistake from us on the outside of Hocevar. So he'll go by to 4th. We can't even block Larson on the top. He'll send it on by to 5th. And we now drop down to 6th place, and we have some work to do to try to hang on to some stage points here. Last lap of the stage, Connor Zilich is gone, looking like he's well on his way to that first career stage victory. Could be something special brewing for that driver, the 99, Connor Zilich. Oh, so impressive. These final, last 6 or 7 races. Here he is once again. We go a little bit too high, get tight off of 4. Logano going to steal 6 from us, but Connor Zilich wins stage 1 here in Las Vegas. First career stage win for the Trackhouse driver. Christopher Bell gets a huge 9 points in 2nd. Byron 3rd, who gets 8 points. Larson gets 6 points in 5th. Logano gets 5 and 6, and we snag 4 stage points in 7th. No stage points for Hamlin, who doesn't need them, but no stage points, more importantly, for Ryan Blaney or Chase Elliott. So here we are in stage number 2, restarting here in 7th. So now we have our track position. We can go up here and scrap it out with the leaders, battling the 48. Here we'll go by Bowman for 6th. Now we're going to enjoy Logano and another young driver having an impressive run today, Corey Heim, in the 67 Toyota for 2311 Racing. How about this? Heim, Hocevar, and Zilich have all been so impressive this season, and especially today in this race, all have some really strong cars. Right now, Christopher Bell leading, trying to win his way into the Championship 4 after the disastrous start at Kansas last episode. Can he save himself in this season? We'll see, but here comes the 77 of Carson Hocevar to the inside lane, and through goes Hocevar to the lead here in Las Vegas, and we make contact with the 24 of Byron, battling for 3rd position here on the racetrack. I'm trying to get some good track position here, position myself in a spot to maybe steal a stage win here with some strategy possibly later, but now we get too tight in the middle, and here comes Bubba Wallace. The 2311 car is really showing some pace today. Wallace and Heim both very fast, as Bubba up to 3rd, and I continue to fight with William Byron for 4th position on the racetrack. This time we'll clear Byron, get back to the inside of Wallace here for third. A little bit of a slight little door bang right there on exit of turn 2. We try to break the side draft and then go into turn 3, try to make this bottom line work on Bubba. We just clip the apron right there and just gets the car so loose, nothing we can do. A few laps later, Bell gone on by to third. Here comes Byron putting the pressure on us. And now we're starting to drop some positions at that crossover point in the run where our older tires and, well, we are on equal tires, but basically our, we've worn out the good on these tires, so now we're really starting to struggle track position-wise, losing rear grip. Here comes the impressive Connor Zilic, Stage 1 winner, back into 5th position, looking like he could drive his way to victory lane today. As we feel safe, we dropped all the way down to 9th place, now coming in for scheduled green flag stops. Zilic, myself, and Larson going on a short pit strategy, trying to jump everybody, and we're only doing 2 tires and fuel, right sides only. Here, as we know, this is the strategy that usually works out pretty darn well for us to get some stage points. That's exactly what I want to do here. Give me 2 tires, get me back out there. Maybe we can steal some good stage points here in stage number 2. As Carson Quaffle in the 88 is the only driver who stayed out on the racetrack while everybody else, I mean literally everybody else, pitted. So now Quaffle comes in, which allows us to unlap ourselves, and we start flying by everyone that's on pit road the lap after us. So we go from 33rd all the way up to 2nd position, and all of a sudden we got a shot at winning this dang stage. So we're up 31 positions, and now we're going to fly by Carson Quaffle on pit road. So 3 to go in stage 2. We are now leading the race here in Las Vegas, and what we need is a caution, and we get exactly what we need. Thank you, Denny Hamlin, blowing a tire in turn 3. It must be very gracious for having that win last episode. He's had a terrible, terrible race here tonight, goes crashing with Austin Hill, and so we win stage 2 on a brilliantly executed stage strategy call for our 22nd stage win of the season. Bubba Wallace, Zilic, Quaffle gets 7 points. Hosted by the top 5 of them. Bell, Byron, Logano, Larson, importantly, earn points once again. Bell, second most playoff points earned by a driver in the playoffs today, or he's tied with me. We both have earned 14, most of the playoff drivers. But now, of course, by winning that stage and only taking 2 tires, we have to pay the piper down to begin stage 3, so we have to pit for 4 tires, go all the way to 36th. And now here we are quickly making work of the back markers, which includes Chase Elliott right now running 34th. So something clearly wrong with that 9 car. Hendrick, Chase Elliott must have completely just missed the setup. Big issues there for Chase, so he is running absolutely horrible here tonight. Now here we are driving by Shane Van Gisbergen, working our way by Chase Briscoe into 26th. Driving by Eric Jones in the top 25, just making quick work of everybody here, as of course we are on slightly fresher tires, with like maybe a lap, I mean barely any advantage that we have. Go up to speed in the car, and the way we're able to make these brilliant moves on the restarts has been able to get us all the way right back here into the conversation with the top 20. Our teammate Ryan Blaney running here 21st, a little bit of contact right there. I didn't mean to do that. Got a little bit aggressive next to the corner, but Blaney is struggling today, and that puts a little bit of worry in the back of my head here, as I want my teammates to make the championship 4 alongside myself, and Blaney not having a good day here today, running back in 23rd place. Has some work to do. We are now in the top 20, going by Austin Hill. Now setting sights on John Hunter Nemechek, who's been oh so impressive in real life to start the playoffs for Legacy Motor Club. Done a heck of a job, especially at Darlington, Gateway. A couple of great runs there. As now we work our way, get by the 33 of Ty Dillon, who's been very solid the last 2 races here in simulation. We'll go by him for 17th. 3 wide of 11 McDowell to get in the top 15. Now right to the inside of the 4 of Noah Gregson, the front row motorsports driver. And that will get us to 14th place, and now it's a little ways up the road to Josh Berry as Bubba Wallace leads this race. A few laps later, we are in 12th as Larson and Zilic once again short pitted. This time, I know staying out is going to be the strategy. The soak up head, here's a car spinning to the inside wall. Tire failure. That's on the 48 of Alex Bowman. The 48 having such a strong day today, inside the top 10 all night long. Tire down, goes crashing, and that brings out the caution in the middle of the pit cycle, which works perfectly for Zilic and Larson, who get to stay out and cycle into the race lead and 2nd position. So we restart here in 13th. We are ahead of the 48, now to the inside of Berry and Priest for 11th. Now, how about the 88 of Carson Quaffle? Been able to do a heck of a job holding on to his track position as we go by him to get back into the top 10. As our strategy all coming together, working out exactly the way we needed to. Now chasing down the duo of CBs, Christopher Bell and Chris Busher, running 8th and 9th. with just 11 laps remaining here in Sin City. Whose strategy is going to play out in their favor? We send it 3 wide, kind of running Busher a bit out of room there. We clear him and we clear Bell into 8th. We go as we continue to charge forwards, but Connor Zilic continues to lead this race. In trouble, I bet there's a car in the wall. Tire down. That's a 77 of Carson Hocevar. Huge. He was doing so well here tonight, and it all comes crashing down for the young driver, and that gives us an opportunity now to battle for 6th place. And Corey Ivan Bell gets stuck behind the 77. Caution is out, and this changes everything as Bell, I believe, also has smoke coming out of his car as well. So Christopher Bell and I both pit, now having to restart in 35th and 36th on the grid, back here with Hamlin in 34th. So 3 playoff drivers outside the top 33 on this restart. But I decided to pit because if you guys have watched a lot of these videos on my channel, know my strategy is I like to be the one charging on fresh tires. I don't like to try to survive on old tires unless it's the only card I can play. Here I just thought it was better to get fresh tires, as on old tires I thought we'd just drop like a rock through the field. So this is the best really shot I could give here for us to salvage whatever points we can. 2 to go. Zilic still leading, trying to get his first career win. And don't forget, he's trying to get Honda's first win as a manufacturer in NASCAR. This could be a huge day for Honda, Trackhouse, and Connor Zilic as we're already in the top 25. I am ferociously slicing my way through this field now back into the top 20. I really want to get a top 10, but I doubt that's going to happen. Top 15 might be a more realistic goal here. Coming to the white flag this time by a white flag. Final lap is what I kind of want back here in Las Vegas for Connor Zilic, the rookie, trying to get his first career win for he and for Honda. As we go through this final lap, we are now behind our teammate Ryan Blaney. We're going to shove him by Nemechek, give him the extra point. We know how much it matters to him, as now we are both in the top 15. But I want to get as many points as I can to ensure my position in the final 4. So he's dive underneath Ryan Blaney, take 14th away. But as we go through turn 3 and 4 for the final time, for the first time in his career, Connor Zilic wins in Las Vegas for Honda and for Trackhouse Racing. Connor Zilic, first career win. What a performance here in Las Vegas, and he gets Honda and victory lane for the very first time in NASCAR, winning here in Las Vegas. What a run from the rookie. So much potential out of this kid. Connor Zilic, a generational talent, going to be a future Cup champion, I assure you this. William Byron, a best finishing playoff driver in 2nd. Logano, a great 3rd place effort. Larson in the top 5. How about top 10s for Carson Quaffle and Corey Heim there? And then, of course, we are the next playoff driver, finishing in 14th, salvaging what we could. How about Riley Herbst with the top 15? I don't even know how he did that. And then Blaney right behind us, 15th. Bell salvages only a 24th. Elliott, 29th. So disappointing. And Denny Hamlin down in 31st. And, of course, Carson Hocevar, the heartbreak with the blown tire, taking him out of a race he could have won. So here's the updated chase grid. And thankfully, we have clinched our way to the championship for one final time here in NASCAR Heat 5. Thank you to Connor Zilic for winning that race. Allows us to clinch on points no matter what happens. We are in the final 4 alongside Denny Hamlin. William Byron looking really good at plus 38, but then it's a dogfight. Larson only 5 points above Ryan Blaney at the cut line. Logano within striking distance at 12 down. Chase Elliott out by 26, going to need some help, and C. Bell still must-win scenario going into the paper clip for the round of 8 eliminator at Martinsville next episode. Now, at the end of this episode, as always, I want to give a shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley. Really appreciate your guys' support. It means a ton to me. Helps this channel continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now pushing towards 2,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you are watching and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. Only takes a couple of seconds. And I would really appreciate it. And if you want to be a channel member like these three and get your shout out at the end of the video, link is in the description down below. So until the next episode for the Martinsville Round of 8 Eliminator, I hope you all have a good one.